Good morning, you guys. It is Sunday, and I am doing my first get ready with me makeup tutorial. That was my cat. Whatever it is. I can transform into a whole different person when I do my makeup. I have had years of doing modeling and working in different types of movies, photo shoots. I've even done some commercials. So I've had a lot of experience of watching professional hair and makeup people. I've learned what goes good with my face, what I need to do. I do it a lot differently than a lot of people. I do not prime. A lot of times I don't use powder, especially because the kind that I have, it's not the greatest for recording when there's a flash. It kind of gives back that flashback, and we don't like that here. So with that being said, let's get into doing my hair and makeup with me. So first, I'm going to just rinse off my face, get some of the extra oil off. I normally would do it in the bathroom with my hands, and I just like splash water on and freshen up, but because we're not doing this in my bathroom. And right now I have a tan, but my face, because of all the like skincare products I use, my face is a lot paler than the rest of my body. So that's kind of an interesting feat to get through, but I think we can do it. So now I use my Neutrogena Skin Perfecting. I swear by this. So it's 7% glycolic acid with a citric acid blend, and it's just a daily exfoliant. I cannot tell you how clear it has made my skin. Oh, I can feel it. It burns the active pimples that I have right now, and it dries them out. And it really has made my pores shrink. Like, I cannot explain to you how good this has made my skin. Like I said, I don't know why right now I have like some weird little pimples going on. I never get those, but I think it's because the last time I wore makeup, I didn't take it off very well because I was tired. It was late. And I think that was a huge cause of it. So, all is well. Okay, I should have brought a towel with me, but I didn't. I love it. Okay, so I'm letting that dry up a little bit. Ooh, I've been using this. Consistently, I've been using this for probably 6 months or so. And I honestly, like, I used to feel uncomfortable wearing like just my bare face, like daily, day to day. But when I put this on and then I put a little moisturizer on, I can conquer the world with no makeup. So next, I'm just doing the Olay Active Hydrating Original Cream. So I liked this one because it does not, what's the word, non-comogenic or something, where it doesn't like fill up your pores. Because that was always a problem for me with moisturizers, is that they would make me break out because they were so thick and heavy. And then I did a little research, and it said that it didn't. And I have had no complaints about it since. Okay, so skin is prepped. We are ready to get started. I am doing a bunch of videos. I have to record a ton of YouTube content. I have to do some photos. I have to do a bunch of Instagram reels. And then I'm also going live later. So with that being said, I'm really looking for a kind of a heavy makeup look, but still be fresh and pretty, you know, like super glam. That's the word I was looking for. Glam. So when I am tan the way that I am currently, I've been using the L'Oreal True Match in Cool Light Medium. It's just like that. It's pretty much empty, I think. Yeah, it's like, come on. Oh, yeah, it's like sad. I don't think I can open it either. That's not good. That's not good. Come on, there we go. Okay. So I really like this stuff because it has a very natural glow to it. And it goes on super light. It doesn't go on cakey and thick. I don't like when it's super matte nor super thick. So I always try to go for one that is pretty light, covers up what it needs to cover, evens out my skin, and gives me a nice glow. And I just use my super old blending, what is it? Blender. Why can't I think of these words? I never say these words. I just use them. Blending poof. Blending egg. Since we're coming up on Easter soon. So I just kind of take it down my neck just to make sure that everything is evened out. A little on my ear. So usually I actually don't do my ears, but on a day like today where I cannot be bothered with having my ears possibly not match, I'm just gonna fill them up. See, look at, like, it looks just so natural. And now I actually match my skin, so that's good. Yeah, see, not cakey at all. It's crazy. Except every time I get a little fuzz. So next I'm going in with some concealer. This is a lot lighter. See how light that is? Jeez. And I kind of use it as like the start for my highlighter. So this is kind of fucked up actually. So this is an e.l.f. tube. This was the Camo Conceal Hydrating Camo Concealer. So good. It is amazing. I love this stuff. But I ran out of it. And me being the super sensible non-waste girl that I am, I filled it up with the e.l.f. Camo like foundation. I'm trying to think what the actual name for it is, but I had that and it was too pale for me and I didn't like how thick and cakey it was. So when I ran out of my Camo concealer, I'm like, well, why can't I just use the foundation that I never use and put it in there? So that's what I started doing. And let me tell you, this stuff works so well as a concealer. Look at that. My eye is totally lifted. It's crazy. Yeah, and that stuff is so sticky. Super tacky. Okay, we are almost done. I usually, if I'm not talking and I'm just like focused on getting my makeup done, I can get it done in like 10 to 15 minutes and have it like be full glam. Eyelashes included. But because I think I'm overthinking everything that I'm doing and I'm describing everything, makes it a lot longer. So next, this is a new one for me. I've used it a few times when I need just like an extra little chiseling. So this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand Contour. So this is in Fair Light. So it's like cool because you squeeze it like that and it comes out. The first time I used this, that's my cat. So the first time that I used this, I got freaked out because of how gray it is. I was very, very deeply concerned. But then I researched and I found out that that's how you want it to be, to give the shadowy effect. Oh, that was too much. That was a lot. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're messing up here, folks. Okay, let's hope for the best. And then I just go back in with my blending brush. See, look at that. Look at, I have a shadow now. Look at how much thinner my face looks. I don't actually know if you're supposed to put it up on the forehead, but I do. God, see, look at, crazy. And then thin out the nose, go like that a little bit, a little shadowy there. And go around here, take the excess, put it right under. Okay. Okay, we are pretty chiseled, doing good. This is the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. It's light to medium, season to season bronzer, but I don't use it season to season. I just mix it all together. And then I just pretty much go right over top so that I don't look like I have a gray cast over me. And then I do a little bit under here, just, I don't know why, I just do. Okay, but because we are on camera all day with this ring light, I need it to be a little more bold. And like, just know, I would never do my makeup like this much of it for my day-to-day. This is just caking it on so that I am not all washed out when I'm on camera. Yeah, see, I have a nice glow, nice color, contoured. Okay, so next I go in with my blush. This is also Physicians Formula. I've had this for literally so long. I love it. It has a little bit of like shimmer to it. And it's a little bit mixed with bronze too, bronzer and blush. So this is another one that, like another product that you kind of have to cake on when you are doing videos. So like right now in person, I can see a lot of like blush and kind of red, and it's like pretty, but I have like a lot more red than I would normally want. But then I look at my camera and you can see a little bit of the red, but not much. So like that just goes to show how much you actually have to put on. That's the difference between doing makeup for a date and doing makeup for, you know, like streaming and camera work with all those lights on you. See, so now I have like a nice pretty little glow, but I could do a little more red cheeks here. And I always carry it up a little bit just so it's not just like a single line of blush. I used to do that. And then I like to do a little bit on my nose, kind of get that sunburnt effect. Cute, see? It's pretty. Okay, and then highlighter. I'm doing the highlighter because when I do my live show later, it looks really cute and pretty and bright. I wouldn't normally do a ton of highlighter when I'm just like making videos, because then like sometimes you get that reflection that you don't really want. But for the live show, I really like it. So I'm just gonna add it and, you know, we'll have a different look today. So this is the Hard Candy Rose Gold highlighter, and it comes in like three different shades of it. I take my finger and I just kind of swirl it all around. And then see that? Also bring that up and around. Can you see? Pretty, 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 pretty. And kind of like brush it up and down so that, again, it's not just a line. I remember when I was like in my early 20s and I was like really starting to explore with makeup, I went out with one of my friends and she did incredible makeup. Her makeup was so good. And I was like trying highlighter out and I forgot to blend it. And it was a stick of contour. I forgot to blend it. And so I walked around with like just like a straight line of highlighter. And she made a comment about it, but at the time I didn't understand. I was like, oh yeah, I hate when people do just a line of highlighter. Little did I know she was talking about me. So I never forget that. And so now I work really hard to make sure that it is not just a line. Today, I'm really feeling some of my freckles. So I'm going to do that. For some reason in the summertime, I love having freckles. I never used to do them, and then my friend got me into doing them because she always did them, and I think it is just absolutely adorable. I don't do them often, but sometimes when I want just a little bit extra. So this is the Freck XL pen. I think this is the one that like everybody has. If you do fake freckles, I think this is more than likely the one that you have. So what she taught me is you dab on a little section of them. Okay. And obviously like this is too dark, right? So then you take your finger and spread it out to lighten it up and make it look a lot more natural. So I don't know if you can tell like this side compared to this side. I don't know, I'm blinded by the light, so you might not be able to, you might be able to, I don't know. So then I'll move on to this side. And in the summer, I actually get a ton of natural freckles. So like what this looks like isn't super far off for me, but the problem always is when I do my makeup, all my freckles go away. So this is me bringing them back. Yeah, can you tell it's like kind of a little bit sunburnt looking, I guess? Yeah, see, that's cute. I think it's cute anyways. Maybe it's not, I don't know. I'll show you guys after when it's all done in the natural light too, so it's not just like all bright lights. Okay, so next I do eyebrows. And this palette that I have is so freaking old. It is probably 6 years old, but like look at, I still have so much. So this is an MLM, I believe. So I'm not a big fan of it, but I bought it because at the time my sister was into this brand and I wanted to support her. And she did my makeup, tried everything out, and I actually obsessed over this. So this is the Unique Mood Struck Brow Obsession Palette. Compared to like using a pencil or a pen, I like doing this way better with the powder. It's a little more forgiving, I think. So I just dip into the darkest shade there is. See, I can already tell a difference. And I just kind of fill in and clean up my lines. Like right now, I haven't waxed my eyebrows in a few weeks, so I have a lot of scragglies. And so I'm just kind of like mixing them all together, get them back where they need to go. So it's a lot thicker than I would want it. So I'm going to clean it up after. And I wax my own eyebrows too. So like one eyebrow is always going to be different than the other. I've tried and tried and tried to even them out. And for some reason, I just cannot. This eyebrow always seems to be better for me. It listens and it doesn't like grow as excessively as this eyebrow does for some reason. Like, that's a good eyebrow. This one's a little bit more bold. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, trust the process. This is where trusting the process comes into play. So then I'm just gonna go in, smear things around a little bit, make it not so harsh. That side doesn't need it too bad though, but I'll do it. Yeah, see, okay, so eyebrows. They're a little bit off. That one seems a little higher than this one, but I like this shape more. So I don't know, it's fine. Everything is fine. All right, so let's move on to eyeshadow. So classic Morphe, what is this? The Artistry palette with all the browns. I don't really do bright colors for my eyeshadow. I like to stick to a very like natural smoky, like 2014 type of smoky vibe. So I start with, depending on what I'm feeling, I'll do like a mix of like these two light. This one's a little more warm, this one's a little more cool. And then I just kind of brush that over, help smear in all of my concealer that I had there, and get a nice little even base going. And today, okay, I'll just do my classic, what I always stick with. So again, I'm gonna take this like quite warm brown. See, it's amazing because on here, they don't look nearly as dark as they are in person. Like this looks like a super dark chocolatey brown, but on here it looks like a medium brown. That's crazy. So I'm gonna take this one and this kind of like taupey color, mix those together, just like the teeniest, tiniest little dabs of each. And then I'm gonna stick them in the corners. So. Never fails. I'll get a hair while I'm doing my makeup, and then it makes my nose start dripping because it's tickling. Okay, so I need a little bit more. Okay, there we go, that's getting better. But again, on here, like on the camera, it doesn't look nearly as dark as it does in person. Like in person, my eye looks like it's almost black. So I'm gonna do a little bit more. I was gonna say earlier that that's always my problem, is that I don't actually look on the camera to see what it looks like. I just do it in person. And so then a lot of times it won't like transfer to the camera well. It'll look like I don't even have any eyeshadow on, but like I do. So that's the dark part of one eye. Can you tell a difference? Let's do this other side real quick. So what I do, it's like, I just like start like halfway down the bottom of, I start like halfway at my lash line, and then I just kind of like bring it up into the crease. And then I leave kind of like this middle corner and the middle open. It's like a super, super 2010s type of smoky eye. How we used to always do it. Except in 2010s, I was young enough that I was trying to do it, but I would do it with like bright blue or bright red, thinking that I was doing something. All right, so I think those are pretty well even. Now you're gonna ditch the brush and go in let's see, I want to keep it relatively neutral. So again, I'm going to mix a warm and a cool one together, but you're going to take the sparkles. So I'm going to do like this glitter and this glitter together and just do like a little swirl here, and then do another swirl. And I get like this kind of warm, cool tone. And then I'm going to dab it right where I didn't put any of the eyeshadow, kind of that middle area here. Okay, there's one. God, I just love this stuff. This is such an old palette. I can't help it. I cannot get rid of it. Okay. A little in the corner there. Okay. Pretty. Very, very pretty. And then let's just take the brush and just kind of like buff out the upper parts up here, so it's not just like a harsh line. Wow, very nice. All right, so now quick energy break. Dude, yeah, this is taking 3 times longer than it normally would for me. That's incredible. All right, so now we're gonna move on to falsies. Lately, I have not been doing eyeliner as a base because I like how light my eyes look when I just have the falsies on. So then I always keep it with me though, just in case like I need to fill in like a little like gap here and there. So these are the Ardell Faux Minks. I got these from Walmart on sale for a freaking $1. You better believe I stocked up on them. I could not believe it. I about had a heart attack when I saw it. And I don't need to cut my eyelashes. They usually tend to be a pretty good size for me. Usually the Ardells are pretty good size if they're not the wispies. Sometimes with some of the wispies I need to cut them down, but these ones are usually pretty good. Oh, come on. That's crazy. Wow. That's a first. That's nuts. How did it do that? Why did it do that? Oh, God. Oh God, my eyelid is sticking together. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, wow. Let me just freshen that up real quick. Okay. Oh, my hair just stuck to me. Wow. Okay, we're back at it, folks. The glue is working. Not too thick, because you don't want it to smear all over when you're putting the eyelashes on. And then you're gonna hang out for a minute while they start to get tacky. This was always a fault of mine. I used to never let them dry up a little bit because I would get scared that they were gonna dry too much and then I wouldn't be able to put them on. I hate the smell of this. I used to think when I would put this on, I would always get a flash that I had like BV going on because it smelled straight up like fish. And every time I would think like, oh my God, I can't go shoot today because I think I have BV. And then I'd have a friend smell it and it wouldn't be me. And I finally found out that it was because of the Duo eyelash glue. It smells like BV. True story. Okay, there's one. And there's two. These are stuck on very good. And I know this is a very, what's the word? Debatable topic, but I do mascara after I get the eyelashes on. That way I don't have my natural lash fighting to share space with the fake lash. They just like blend seamlessly together. And it helps give the falsie a nice extra little lift. So this is the Lash Sensational Luscious by Maybelline. I hate this. I actually hate this a lot. Usually I use the, what is it called? It has the little hearts on it. It's black and it comes in a green or pink or blue. The Lash Princess. Yeah, Lash Princess. I love that one. But I ran out of it and Walmart didn't carry it. And I didn't have time. I was on like a very strict time schedule. So I went to Walmart and just picked this up and I absolutely freaking hate it. The brush, it's like very short, short bristled, and it's like the silicone bristles, which I'm never a fan of those. I really don't like them. Like they're fine for this, what I'm doing now, because they have a lot of space to work and pick it up. But if I'm doing my normal lashes, like my natural ones, I always smear it all over. So it just drives me crazy. All right, so now we're gonna do the bottom. I just do a little tiny bit on the bottom, like as little as I can. Unless I'm trying to go for the doll effect. Like if I'm trying to look like a little bimbo doll, then I will make my bottom lashes look really big and crazy. But for what I'm doing today, I just want it to be a pretty glam. Okay, so those done. Okay, so that is the initial part of my hair and makeup. I'm gonna be kind of sick and I'm going to probably embarrass myself with this, but I don't brush my teeth until after I have my makeup done because it washes off all of the foundation and all of the product. So I just don't do it. Originally I was going to French braid my hair, but I'm kind of liking this natural kind of just wavy look today. I might leave it. Yeah, I might leave it. That's kind of cute. For now, I'll leave it. And then before my live show, I'll braid it back. But okay, so next I'm gonna go brush my teeth. So this is the natural light. I'm right in front of my window here. So again, you can't see the freckles too much, but like it's there. And then I haven't brushed my teeth yet. This is in between that. But yeah, so not cakey at all. Just a nice, pretty little, I don't know. But you can see how much darker the eyeshadow is when I don't have the ring light on. Like I would never walk around with this much eyeshadow on. But because the ring light washes you out so much, you gotta cake it on a little bit more. So yeah, this is the look, just in a natural light. We are back. Teeth are clean. And now, today, I am deciding, I'm actually gonna try doing a new little lip for me. Usually I will do, what is it? Juvia's Place. I love, 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 love their lipsticks. They are so creamy and so smooth. They dry out a little bit, at least the older formula. I don't know if they've changed it at all, but it was a little bit drying, but I have no complaints. I love, love, love Juvia's Place. But today I am switching it up And I want to try something and just kind of fill in. With lip liner. I overlined a little bit. And this is also a little bit darker than the lips I would normally go for. This one is, I don't even know. Oh, LA Girl Intense Stay Auto Liner in the shade Keep It Spicy. I don't know, I don't use it too often. So then what I'm gonna do is take this Revlon Color Stay Longwear Lip Liner in the color Blush, and I'm gonna try to go over it a little bit. Yeah, it's working. I don't know, I'm just like experimenting right now. Yeah, that's cute. Okay. And then I love this. It's Hard Candy's Glosstopia Ultimate Lip Shine with hyaluronic acid in the shade Sprinkles on Top. This is like my go-to lip gloss. It's a little bit sticky, but it works really well. Yeah, so the lip is a lot different than what I would normally do, but I'm not hating it at all. Yeah, it's cute. Wow. Oh. I'm feeling myself today. Can you tell? Okay. So, yeah, this was the makeup tutorial for the day. It's a little bit different makeup than what I generally do, but not too far off. The freckles, I don't always do the freckles. Sometimes I'm feeling it. Like I said, the lip is a lot different. Yeah, I'm loving the look. Super happy with it. Bronzed, blushed, highlighted, and ready to record a bunch of content. So I guess with that, you guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video.